Over the next few weeks, guys, we're going to be talking about the point of view. Okay, so I want to give you guys a little bit of background on that. Besides this video clip, I'm also going to type it up and send to you guys so you'll be able to refer to it. But obviously, you can bring up this YouTube clip whenever you want to. So, point of view, okay, as it says here. The point of view, it describes how a narrator or speaker's point of view influences how events are described. So, for example, as we talked about in the book Lemons, we're going to try to figure out whose point of view is this book mainly from. Now, within point of view, you have a question. For example, how do different points of view influence the description of events? So how is the point of view from someone going to influence how events are described? Answer to that would be personal perspectives shape events, how they're perceived and described. So a couple of vocabulary words in there that you want to be familiar with. One, perspective is a point of view or standpoint. Perception, another word that was utilized, is a way of understanding something. And point of view is just how you see it. So within point of view, we have some objectives that we're going to be looking for. One objective is, I know the narrator or speaker in a story tells events from his or her point of view. Another one would be, I know events may be described differently depending on the point of view from which a story is being told. So if you have multiple points of view, one character looking at situation one way and another character looking at another way, it's obviously going to be a little bit different. And then a third objective would be, I know a narrator or speaker can influence how events are described based on their feelings about the events. Some reasoning targets that we're looking at that we're going to try to do is, I can describe the narrator or speaker's point of view. I can identify details from the text which illustrate how the narrator's speaker's point of view influences how events are described. And then lastly, I can explain how events may be described differently using another point of view. So as I said, we're going to be talking about point of view over the next few weeks. I'm also going to type this up for you guys so you'll be able to see it besides watching the video. So everything will be laid out in front of you. Most likely the assignments are going to go along with the book that I'm reading aloud to you, Lemons. It'll be very similar to what we did with the chapter books that you were reading, where you're only going to have to do 1 to 2 questions a week, and it could be, I might ask you to discuss it with a family member. I may ask you to write it down, but there'll be a lot of different ways that we'll try to work on understanding what the point of view is. Okay? As always, you can always ask me any questions if you have any.